Hello everyone, welcome back to the next episode of Let's Play Euro Truck Sim. We got 22 hours to get this load delivered. We're in the right country now, so that's a start. And in the last episode there I was talking about my grandfather passing away and working for Rob. So we'll go back to that. I guess we can back up even further to all the work I've done. So I started out, well, you know what? No, we'll continue with this story and we'll come back for the rest of it. Or for the work that I've done otherwise. So, painting for Rob, for R&D drywall. Then I came back from time off. Oh, I need to get off here. And R&D drywall had quit painting altogether. So there was no work for me to do anymore. We've got plenty of fuel, so we don't need to fuel up here. Just going to sleep. Actually, we might as well fuel up because we're driving through the fuel bays anyways to get to the parking spot. $1.48, it's still expensive. Left for me to do. This is the interesting tight parking lot. Let's have an app and see what our finances are reading. 2,300 for Maros. And Maros leveled up. Nice to see. Oh, and we paid 8,600 onto our loan. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. That's what I meant to do. So that was the end of my painting. And then I had a really hard time finding a job after that. It was about 2 months after that I decided to open up a shop. So I went and got permits to run a shop out of my garage at home. Got a business license. Got everything set up and legal. I already had all my tools, so that was fine. Then I ended up rolling my car. And after I rolled my car, I ended up bedridden for quite a while. I guess I rolled my car in October-ish. And I think it was like August. Yeah, I think it was like August when before I could get out of bed. Now I can get out of bed and do some things, but not a whole lot. What the heck is going on here? For a while, my routine was get out of bed, go to the bathroom, and then go from the bathroom to the couch, for the simple reason it was a lot closer to get to the couch than it was to get back to my bed. And then right around the time that I started actually getting more mobile and being able to get going again, my girlfriend at the time, well now ex-girlfriend, decided to kick me out. Coming. Okay, I need to get over here. Yeah, she decided to kick me out, and rather abruptly. And so I ended up living at the lighthouse in Saskatoon here for a brief period of time. There was some miscommunication, and I got arrested for breaking and entering into my camper. Like a camper that, well, I didn't pay for it. It was given to me by a family friend for my birthday. What would that have been, my 20th? 19th or 20th birthday. Anyways, yeah, so that was given to me as a gift. Old family friend, we used to camp right across the road from him. That's how we met him. Good friends for years and years, and he kept saying that it was his last year at Eagle Creek. That's the campsite, or the campgrounds we were at, or the park. It was his last year out there. But then he stayed. And it was his last year out there the next year, but then he stayed. And then when my grandfather passed away, and old Ernie had no one out there anymore. So he pulled his camper in and parked it in our backyard. We had already pulled ours in and sold it because we just couldn't bear having it out there anymore without my grandfather. So we sold that, and then Ernie brought his camper and parked it in the backyard. And he was trying to figure out what to do with it, like where it could go. Anyways, it ended up sitting in our backyard for, I don't know how long it sat there. A couple months, I guess. Maybe it was either sat there for a full year. No, it wasn't a full year. Maybe it sat there for 2 months or something like that. Anyways, so yeah, no idea what to do with this camper. So sitting in our backyard, and then we ended up having to sell the house. And Ernie had no idea what to do with his camper that was sitting in our backyard. Like, he had to get it out of there, so he just called me and asked if I wanted the camper. The camper and everything that was in it. So that's how I ended up getting my camper. Anyways, I ended up having it stored at my girlfriends in her driveway. So after I was in the lighthouse for a little bit, what was it? No, it was my camper first. So I got arrested for breaking and entering into my own camper. And that's how I got it. It was given to me personally from Ernie. So it had nothing to do with her at all. It was just mine. But it was in her driveway. So I ended up getting arrested for breaking and entering. How was it? There was something I forget. She had put all my stuff in the camper, but she didn't have keys to it. So she chained up she put a chain on the door so it couldn't get opened. Not that it did a whole lot. It was very, very simple for me to get in there. But then I went in there to get the registration for the camper. And I ended up getting arrested. And then... Good. Yeah, I ended up getting arrested. And things got straightened out. And then I was driving my truck shortly after that. And I ended up getting pulled over in my truck. Oh no, I guess it was the truck happened first. I got arrested for Grand Theft Auto. Another miscommunication. Now this truck I paid for myself. That's my 3/4 ton. Paid for it completely myself. Had no help from anyone. That was... Well, I guess that wasn't the first vehicle I ever bought myself. That was the second one. Anyways, so had nothing to do with my ex. She had been driving it. It had to be put in her name for some reason. Anyways, I got it switched back over to my name. But then I was driving it shortly after I put it back in my name and I got pulled over. And there's something funny about the registration or whatnot, so I ended up getting arrested for Grand Theft Auto. And I spent like a week in jail. Everything got sorted out and I got released with my truck back. I made them release my truck without me having to pay anything because it was a mistake on their end, not on mine. Everything was legal. It was my truck and everything, but anyway, so that all got figured out. And then, yeah. So that happened, and then I lived at the homeless shelter for, I don't know, 2 weeks, I think it was. Before I was finally able to get into my grandmother's condo. She wasn't home, she was on holiday. her and her boyfriend went to BC now. Given this is at this point it's more than a year, like a year and a half after my grandfather passed away. My grandmother and her friend went to, well, her now boyfriend went to BC, and they stayed in BC for something like 2 months, just got away for the summer. And so I ended up staying in her condo until shortly after they got back from BC. I ended up getting enough mobility back that I was able to find a job, sort of. I ended up working for a temp agency, and I had been unemployed for a year and a little bit because of my back and other things. I guess it was about a year and a half I was unemployed. No, yeah, well, a year and a couple months. See, it went from early June until July is when I got kicked out. I think it was September. September or November once I finally got a job at this temp agency. No, it was September. And the first job I had through this temp agency, I just couldn't do it. It was way too hard on my back. And now my mobility's better. My mobility's better, and I've got these vehicles stored all over the place. I've got a car in my grandmother's... Oh, at this point I'm living in my grandmother's friend's house. And I've got my car in her garage. One of my trucks parked at the condo, and I'm driving the other truck. And then I ended up, I found this just hell of a deal in North Battle. Oh, I'm trying to figure out what to do with these vehicles I've got. And I got a hell of a deal on this commercial space in North Battleford. Or at least what I thought was a hell of a deal on the space in North Battleford. But I got a bay and a half shop with a fenced in compound beside it. So I moved all my stuff up there. And just getting everything ready so I can open up my shop again. And then I got another job. This job's supposed to start on Monday. Okay, no big deal. I got a little bit of time to get there. This is through the temp agency. So it's Monday. On Monday I signed the lease for this shop. And on about an hour after I signed that, I got this job for the following Monday, so a week away. This was the start date. Okay, well, I'm still in Battleford. My mom's there and whatnot. On Wednesday, I get a call. Well, they have another job for me in Saskatoon, but it's only for Thursday and Friday. Can I come and do this and then go right, or then on Monday I'd go to the other job. So yeah, sure, fine, I'll do that. And so I ended up working my 2 days. Actually, you know what? Well, now we'll run a little longer because almost our destination. So I went and worked at this powder coating place for 2 days, and everything went good. And then there was a demo company that I was supposed to work at after that, and I went and did my orientation on Monday. Orientation took all day on Monday, and through orientation I got my asbestos ticket, so I can work with asbestos. I got my, I got a Graham ticket, so I can work on Graham sites. I got my university ticket, or my U of S ticket, so I can get, or work on sites on the university. And I got my, oh shoot, he's not turning, I thought he was. Well, good thing there's no one coming that way. Why are you stopping? Anyways, I got my ticket. Not a ticket, but, well, I guess it was a ticket to do demo for this company, and then the actual company orientation. So they did all these things in the same day. So I got my asbestos orientation. It was like a class, or a ticket. And then after that, I got orientation at Graham. No, it was orientation for the U of S, which is an annual thing. Or I guess every couple of years you need to redo this orientation. And you get a ticket for that. And then I did the orientation for Graham Construction. And they gave me a ticket to work on any Graham site. Although I already had a Graham ticket. But that you need to renew every year. This is our drop off, it looks like. And then I got DNR, or whatever the company's name was. I got my orientation through them so I could work on their site. And they gave me a ticket to do demo. And then I ended up getting really, really sick. I was kind of not feeling good already on that Monday, and then Tuesday I just couldn't get up, and I ended up spending a week and a half in bed. think I'm going to leave that there. I hope in the next video I remember to talk about the rest of that story, finish it off. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Oh, we did excellent here. Ooh, leveled up again. Okay, well, I'm going to leave things here, so I'll see you guys in the next one. Ciao for now.